Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7. He's Ham Solo. Hamathy, how are you and your fly doing today? uh, what? Can you hear me? Can they hear me? All right. Ham is losing his mind. There is a fly in his home. Y- yes, Vincent Vega. He low down all the way down. Listen, we had like a slew of topics.
All right.
We're ready to. Oh, Tubik says he's watching live from a casino. Damn. All right.
Oh man.
I hope we bring you some
Money
luck.
bags. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Vincent Vega, thanks for coming in. Nice and early, bright and early with the sauce. Talking about the No Slim PlayStation. Mr. Joanna Dark, thank you for coming in and helping to moderate the chat. Jeremy Brown, Drawn TJ, Vince, Jacob Novak, welcome in. Ray Cheese says, keeping the PS5 this gen. I was waiting for guys. The PS5 just, it has not been pretty. Mr. Joanna Dark, getting us started off on the right foot, gifting 5 TSWS gaming memberships. Thank you so much, Mr. Joanna Dark. Really appreciate you. Ham, is your audio fixed now?
Yeah. It's good to go.
Mr. John Dark, bro, I believe in you. All right, I believe in you. Don't worry about who's monitoring you. I believe in you. All right. Ham, tell us, how are you doing today? How are you and your guest doing today?
Fuck you. Anyways, I'm doing okay. I did a bunch of running around. GameStop has me kind of in a chokehold right now because they had really good deals on a whole bunch of different stuff, but they're a shit company. So in here's why they're a shit company. I'm not sure if you'll be able to read this, but let me try to like at least kind of be somewhat respectful and not show the person's phone number.
Yeah. Hey, Stanley Francois, welcome in. Welcome in.
All right.
Lords of the Fly. Ham Solo, Lords of the Fly. Man. That's you, bro.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my god. Y'all are just a bunch of assholes.
Good times.
Assholes.
Good times.
Anyways, so here's what was on the door at GameStop when I tried to go there. I'm not sure if you can read that, but there was a note on the door when I tried to go to GameStop, okay? And let me go on ahead and read it because I'm not sure anybody can make out this scribble that's on here. It says, due to lack of employees, GameStop will be closed the following days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you would like GameStop to remain open 7 days a week, please call. And it gave me a phone number. And I'm like, really? Really? And then I left that GameStop, went to a mall GameStop. Might I add, it's noon. Not open. Doors are shut. No sign on the door at all. Left that GameStop, went to a third GameStop that had just opened. So it said. There was a piece of paper on it saying, be back in 15 minutes. I went to 3 fucking stores, man. And then when I got in there, I had some deals on my phone, right? And I was like, "Hey, do you guys honor the deals if I have it right here from your website? Could I pay for it here for that price?" And they're like, "No, you'd have to get it online." And I was like, "That's fine. Okay. If I buy this now, how long will it update and how long will it take to update and tell you that I bought it so you can give me it? She said about a day. I was like, right here it says today. And she was like, it usually takes about a day though. And I was like, I was like, all right, I'm good. And I just left. I was like, man, I'm hot, man. Y'all ain't making
That
no
sounds like some
goddamn
quality
sense.
stuff. That sounds like some quality
So
customer service.
So you're asking how I'm doing. That's how I'm doing. And then I come home and I'm trying to get the stream set up, and this fly just keeps bothering me. Man, it's been a rough start. Oh yeah, and I had a doctor's appointment for my back. She called me as I was on the way to an appointment to tell me that she had to leave early, and I had to reschedule I had to reschedule on Thursday. That's why I was out to go to GameStop, because I was on my way to a doctor's appointment that got canceled. Went to 3 GameStops and came home empty-handed. And I'm just like, God damn it.
So you missed everything.
Everything.
Like everything.
Everything.
Nothing worked out.
Everything.
Everything. Drawn TJ with a $5 super chat says Microsoft should buy 51% of GameStop, make it so you can repair your console and put retro consoles and games. You know what? Of all the acquisitions, right, that I think Microsoft owes the gaming community, this is the acquisition that we all deserve, because Microsoft would be able to not only infuse them with money, but they would have the capital to withstand losses for an extended period of time, and people would be able to get access to games, especially like retro games, at good prices after the games have come out. Not just retro, but also like newish type games, because right now with the whole digital thing, it's terrible, man. It's heartbreaking stuff. Drawn TJ with another $5 super chat. Drawn TJ, man, we really appreciate you.
He's like addict, back to back. He just doesn't stop.
Like if you add me on PlayStation 5 and then you see the PS Plus subscription sign, just know that you contributed, man. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness!
So Sony needs Don Metric. Man, this podcast is starting like how Jim Ryan left. Oh my God. It's starting off very messy in terms of like gaming and Sony, but you know what? It is what it is. Before we get into it, Ham, what was your big takeaway from this past week of football? Week 5.
To be honest, I still need to catch up on a bunch of games. I missed them.
Okay, I'll get into it. Deception. That's what I'm calling it.
I did see the Cowboys game. I seen the Pittsburgh versus
Raiders.
I watched the Raiders, Green Bay.
Okay.
And
did you see Jordan Love just choke at the end? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
That was nice. That was very nice. My Raiders are almost 500. No thanks to Jimmy G. But my big takeaway was Dak Prescott. Ham, I'm ready to say it. I'm ready. The Dallas Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as a starting quarterback. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about for the remainder of his career. Hot take or no?
No, that's a pretty basic take.
All right then. I was iffy on it because of how they started, but watching them these last few weeks, they're crap against good teams. All right, so we're good with sports talk, right? Like we need. There's so many topics we need to get into them.
Yes, thank you.
We do need to get into them. So we had a proper list, but then PlayStation ruined everything. We had the announcement of the PS5 Slim. Ham, put up a poll. Please put up a poll. Ask everyone, is the PS5 Slim actually a Slim? But essentially, here's the announcement, right? The PS5. What? Oh, damn it! It closed. Hold on. Let me reopen this. It closed on me. Okay, here's the announcement from PlayStation that they put out on Twitter. Introducing a new look for PS5, smaller design with full power PS5 experience. Full details on models at PS5 blog. So the details essentially are the disc version is 499 US dollars. The digital version is $450. The disc drive alone is $79. The stand is $29.
Oh wait. What?
Well,
I thought so. Okay, so you're saying there's a separate disk drive that you can purchase, right?
yes, yes.
For
So if you buy the
digital.
if you buy the digital and then you want to attach the disk drive after, so like if you can't afford to buy the full thing at first, Ham, what's your take on this? Welcome in, Big Mad Mo.
How much did you say that disk drive was?
The disk drive is $79.
And it's $450 for the digital. So
yes, it's $450
in America.
Yes.
So the digital went up $50 for a slimmer model.
Yes, Ham. That's what happened.
I don't know, man. I don't understand this that much. Are they just gonna completely stop making the? I'm assuming they're gonna stop making the previous model.
Okay, they haven't confirmed anything about Ham. Focus on this one, all right? Don't bring the other one into it. All right? Focus on this, because if you bring the other one into it, right, then the whole like evaluation of the product is skewed. It's just like when you evaluate the iPhone. I guess that's the point, because when you evaluate like the iPhone 15 and 14 and you put them side by side, it's kind of embarrassing. But your diehard iPhone defenders will be like, no, this one is completely different from the previous.
I got a job for you, Loke. I got a job for you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're gonna read this article.
Oh my God. Where are you sending the link? On
just click on that PlayStation blog link and just get to reading. I need to hear it out of your pony mouth right now.
All right. While it loads, because I have Texas internet, Mr. Jonah Duck says that's why I recommended PC. Yeah. All right. Let's get to the blog. As the holiday season approaches, we're excited. Ham, are you asking me to read this because you know there's something there that's going to make me freak out? That's what you're doing right now.
I'm not having you do it because of that. Yeah. I'm not having you do it because of that. I'm having you do it because you need to take in the truth. It has nothing to do with tripping you out, pissing you off, or anything like that. It's just
because I'm already.
Hey, can you read? Can you just read it and just in real time? Let's react to this. That would be great.
And watch my face. The point is, let's react to Loke's face when he reads this live. All right, unscripted. Let's do this. As the holiday season approaches, we're excited to share that we have a new PS5 model launching to address the evolving needs of players. Our engineering and design teams collaborated on a new form factor that provides greater choice and flexibility. The same technology features that make PS5 the best to play are packed into a smaller form factor, along with attachable Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive and 1 terabyte SSD for more internal storage. All right. So first off,
why you stop?
So first, you know what I feel like I should do, Ham? I think I'm gonna have to pick a day. I'm gonna start reading articles and just reacting on the articles themselves, because this is a bunch of bull. All right, to address the evolving needs of players. The evolving needs of players is first-party games. Okay, not a new box to replace the previous box that you guys haven't maxed out. First off. Second, Ham, the 1 terabyte SSD, if I'm not mistaken, the previous PS5, which is the one that I have now, had less like space.
Yeah, I have like 800 and something, some weird number.
So I guess that's something. This
Yeah,
Ultra
you can put
HD
on 1 to 2 more games. That's great.
okay, then this Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive. For me, the whole Blu-ray thing, ever since it came out and replaced DVD, till today, I haven't seen like why it's so amazing. I've watched Blu-ray movies, and it's just like, okay, whatever, dog. Nothing special, in my opinion. Okay, so that's the first paragraph. Next, the new PS5.
Get a real TV, Lo. Get a real TV.
I bought a 4K TV that can do up to 120. No, 60. When I bought these. And I'm disappointed. I'm still disappointed. Anyways, sorry, for you guys can't see my background. Behind me on my left is the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Both very disappointed. I wish I hadn't bought that TV. I wish I just still had my big TV, but I hadn't spent all that money on thinking that these consoles would actually produce something amazing. Anyway, moving on. The new PS5 has been reduced in volume by more than 30% and weight by 18% and 24% compared to previous models. Okay, see, I don't care. I don't care about percentage reductions. This is useless to me. If it's a slim, you don't need to tell me percentages. I just have to look at it and be like, yo, this is the slim. This is definitely an improved form factor. If you're shaving little seconds off, this is not Formula One, okay? If you're shaving little minuscule thingies off, I don't care. There are 4 separate cover panels with top portion, blah, 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 while the bottom remains in matte, blah, blah, blah. If you purchase the PS5 digital edition, you can add the Ultra, the Blu-ray, whatever, sold separately, $80, all the other currencies. The new PS5 model will be available starting this November in the US at select local retailers. It will continue to roll out globally in the following months. Once inventory of the current PS5 model has sold out, the new PS5 will become the only model available. Ham, does that answer your question?
Yep, that answers my question. Thank you.
Can I stop reading this article now?
No. Finish.
The recommended retail prices for the new PS5 are as follows. United States, $499 for the with the Ultra HD, whatever. Digital, $450. So $500 and then $450 for the digital. Europe is 550 euros. Sorry, I just had a what? For Europe is $550 for the disc version, 450. I want to know, does anyone in the chat know why the disc version of the Oh, okay. No, it's because different currency. All right. UK 479 pounds, 300 for the disc, and then 390 for the digital edition. The horizontal stand will be included with the new PS5 model. Oh, okay. With the new PS5 model. Also, the new vertical stand compatible with all PS5 models will be sold separately. Nickel and diming. $30 or 30 euros or 25 pounds or 3,980 yen. I can't even find it in me to be pissed off at this point about the stand thing. But whatever, man. It's just it's Sony being Sony at this point. A variety of PS5 console colors for the new model. I don't care about the colors. Don't care. I'm skipping this app. I don't care. We are 10 days away from the launch of Spider-Man 2 with the additional games, including Alan Wake. See, you should have waited for those games to come out before you did this.
Why would they wait before the games to come out to launch the console?
Because then people are already raging about these games are awesome. These games are awesome. Here's a new console that plays these games at a minuscule, it's 5 seconds faster on Spider-Man, for example, or 2 seconds faster on Spider-Man, and all the FOMO people would buy. Now people are just pissed. They don't have the games. They're just gonna be like, you know what? Let me just get Spider-Man, and then I'm good. And then they have all these specs about CPU and all this other cack. And that's the end of the blog post. I hope I didn't get roasted too much in the chat for trying to be objective and focusing. Raichi, thank you so much. Raichi with the membership for 3 months. Oh, sorry. He's a member. He's been a member for 3 months. Says they don't understand why the Series S Black isn't hated. We'll get to that. Hamothy, now that I've read the damn blog post, can you now give us your take on this whole thing?
This is a nothing burger. I'm not even mad about it. I just don't care. I mean, there's nothing here that says get me, seeing that I already have a PS5. So I mean I'm not a spinner. Probably weighs a little bit less. Whatever. Like I said, it's just a nothing burger. There's nothing really for me to look forward to with this console. What I'm wondering about is, like, did you see kind of like the picture thing or whatever it is of the
detachable disk drive?
Detachable disk drive, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the picture, yeah. And
how would that work with a current digital only model?
Oh, I don't know if it actually does work.
Because check this out. I got this thing. So Nib from Twitter, PlayStation guy, 100%. He showed a picture of it, and I have the picture of it right here posted up. And I'm just wondering, like, is there any way that this goes to the current digital PS5? Because it looks like there's a clip, but I'm wondering if that clip is available already on the PS5 digital that's currently out. Because that would be a big deal. That'd be really helpful. But then, but keep in mind then, one of your like even if it does clip on, then one of your panels are missing. Or I wonder if they're planning on making
pretty much, because it won't fit, right?
Right. Like if you look at this picture, you can see there's two pieces to that side panel, right?
Yeah.
There's the upper and then there's the lower. And the lower is where
I would say I don't think that's not going to happen.
That's interesting. See, when I heard that they were going to do a separate disk drive, I thought it was going to be something like the Xbox 360 separate disk drive was, where it was like its own kind of unit that just kind of sat there next to the console.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be something that you put together like Legos.
At least that, no, Ham, don't make it sound like that.
No, there's nothing wrong with Legos.
They did something that made it more aesthetically pleasing. Because something that would be off, like in the corner or something, right, would just look off again. But this one, it looks better. But I'm not sure.
It looks better, but then you're missing the half of your base, or like a quarter of your base.
Get to wiping every week. Make sure no dust gets in there.
My goodness.
So for me, right, this is one of my pet peeves in general. I like to have ground rules for communication. and I just read here, and it's a good thing I read the blog post. At no point did they call it a PlayStation 5 Slim. So I'll remove that. Okay. Oh my God, Uso Vinny, what the fuck?
What do you do? I don't see
Oh my
anything.
God. Uso just shared a meme. Oh my Lord. I'm sending it. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm sending it to the TSWS group on Twitter. Jump in. Please try and project it. It's oh Lord. Okay.
I definitely might have to.
It's
Sounds a little
messy.
interesting.
It is very messy.
That's Vinny though. He's a mess. He's a goddamn mess.
Oh goodness. Basically saying that it's not slim. So as I was saying, one of my main gripes is communication. I don't like words being twisted to mean something that they're not. So my first few scrolls on this topic, everyone was calling it a slim, and I was like, why are you guys calling this a slim? It's not slim. I'm looking at it. That's not slim. And then I saw Nib's post talking about percentage as well, percentage reductions. And I'm like, dude, if I have to sit in here, right? And then I have to freaking if I have to sit here and you are trying to communicate something to me, but then I have to get super technical about it, then it's probably not what you're telling me it is. You don't tell me a car is fast, and then you tell me it's fast, but you have to like properly quantify that it's fast. If a car is fast, then it's fast. If it's a slim, I should be able to identify that it's a slim like that. All right. So I'm glad the first thing is out the way. I was pissed off about why are they calling it a slim if it's not slim. Dolomite, welcome in. Says what do we have here? More hardware without any games. Yeah, we addressed that. This guy. Did you see Uso's link?
Yeah, I'm sharing it already.
All right then. So first thing, that's out the way. Second, Ham, I can't believe we're paying more for these games for these consoles that just came out. Maybe you can correct me, or someone else in the chat can correct me. The previous generations, when it came to revisions of just smaller, I'm not talking about more powerful versions, smaller, slimmer versions, the price was either the same or it was less.
It's less. Yeah, sometimes it's less, yeah.
So what's going on? This is insane to me. And my last takeaway from this is, you know what? For the gamers, for us, we absolutely deserve this, Ham. We deserve this. We deserve the corporations that do this to us. You know why? Because today we're sitting here talking about this ain't worth it, etc., etc., etc. In 3 months, Ham, me and you are going to be doing another podcast talking about PlayStation doing record numbers with the new PS5 revision. The same way I told you what was the PlayStation Portal would have crazy numbers. Even though we sat here and we both agreed that was a pretty crap product, it felt unfinished. It felt like, why didn't you add more value to the customer in this product? I'm telling you, Ham, the same way that is what like got sold out, this is gonna sell out.
I guess so, but like I said, this doesn't affect me at all. Like
it does,
this,
though. Ham.
no, it doesn't. Okay, I want you to specifically explain how this PS5 that I'm not going to purchase because I already have a PS5 affects me.
I think it affects all of us.
All right, well then tell me how it affects all of us, including those that have a PS5.
Demand and supply. Sure, for right now, with the current PS5 that you have, you're going to make the decision that me and you are obviously going to make, and most of the people in the chat are going to make, which is this doesn't provide value. So I'm just going to stay with the PS5 that I have and move on with my life. The reason this is going to affect us is because, again, like I just got done saying, it's going to do numbers. It's going to reiterate. It's going to communicate to the corporation the way corporations like to be communicated to, which is numbers, sales. This is going to do numbers, and then the PS5 revision. That's what we're calling it. Who said that in the chat? Vincent Vega said in the chat. PS5R. Let's call it that. The PS5R. This is not going to be an aberration. This is going to be standard, like moving forward. The next Switch, when they upgrade it just a little bit, they're not, or they make a slimmer version, they're not going to maintain the price point to bring it down like previous generations. What they're going to do is charge us more. And then what's going to happen is the industry is just going to keep getting more and more nickel and dimey. And we're just going to sit here and say, no, it doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect us, until it then starts affecting us. The same way when microtransactions started, we're like, this doesn't affect me. This doesn't affect me. What happened? Microtransactions have now infiltrated into all of our beloved games, or most of them at this point. So that's how it's going to affect you. Drawn TJ says, PlayStation has no games. Jeremy Brown, pre-orders are never high. LOL, nah, Brian, don't affect me, log. $560 is crazy. 3 years is, yeah, it's crazy that 3 years later and it's more expensive, yes, but it does affect, it will affect. It's unfortunate that we're not seeing it right now, but we will be talking about this the same way that we've been talking about Oblivion's horse armor when it started. Have I convinced you, Ham?
No, but I see what you're saying. I'm still not convinced it's my problem yet, because you brought up the whole microtransaction thing, and that's still not my problem. You can talk about the horse armor all you want, but microtransactions still don't do, like, I still haven't fell into that trap or need to buy anything. I just don't play those games.
It's not about the need, Ham. It's the fact that now microtransactions get shoved into or shoehorned into games that have nothing to do with microtransactions, games that normally should not have them. Like off the top of my head, Diablo 3, a game that didn't need anything to do with microtransactions, but they forced it in there because that was the norm. That is the norm. Still nothing.
I didn't pay for any microtransactions in Diablo 4.
That's not the point, Ham. The point is...
is it affecting me?
Because of
That's the point.
Yeah. Ham, it's affecting the game. It's affecting the development of the game. Because they need to justify said microtransactions, they're not doing what Cozy says that Nintendo does with their games. They're not creating a game first and then picking an IP to go around it. What they're doing is they're creating the microtransaction universe around it first, and then they're trying to fit into, okay, how can we make a game? That's how it's affecting you. That's how it's affecting all of us.
Look. Let me put it this way: if there's a stand and they're selling sandwiches at the stand, right? $5 sandwiches at the stand, and then they say we're implementing lemonade, and we'll open 5 minutes later than usual because of the lemonade. I'm there for the sandwich. I don't care about the lemon. And if they open 5 minutes later, as long as it's not really taken too far back from what they said, I don't care. If they want to add a way to get extra money in a game, I don't care, as long as it doesn't screw up the game, screw up the way the game is played. So like if I'm trying to level up, hopefully I'm not stifled due to this microtransaction. Like, I mean, I see what you're saying in the sense of like, well, you're adding in something that isn't really necessary, and it's making the game take longer to be polished or finished or taken care of,
Or
or you.
making me grind unnecessarily because I didn't participate in said microtransactions. You don't mind that at all. You don't think that affects your gameplay.
Like I said, if it doesn't go into making me grind for essentially nothing, then I don't really care. Like in Diablo, it's a grind regardless, whether you buy something or not. It's a grind. Sure, you could buy something to maybe, I don't know, maybe you could buy something to make it go faster, but I don't think so, really.
No. It's cosmetics.
Yeah, I don't care about cosmetics.
Cosmetics are they're part of the. All right, Ham. All right. Jeremy
do you
Brown
think?
says,
do you think they would have been added in if they didn't do that? Do you think they'd go out of their way to make sure there was extra content or extra cosmetic items if they couldn't sell you it? Do you think it'd still be there?
The problem is I can't think of the examples off the top of my head right now, but there's countless examples of games, right, that had previous versions, right, of that game that had a whole lot of content. And then their sequels had less content, and then they started nickel and diming people. And then by the time you get to like the end of the roadmap, and then the next sequel comes out, and then you look at all the content that was nickel and dimed, it's like, oh, the previous game had all of this in it. And then all the other sequels after that one had the same design. But we're sitting here talking about this microtransactions doesn't affect me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, if you think you've never seen a game or that there isn't a trend in the industry doing this, cool.
No, it's definitely a trend. I just don't know how much it bothers me at the moment. I mean, it's definitely under your skin, and I see some of your gripes. I'm not seeing where this ends to where it ends up being under my skin.
Okay, well, I'll give you a current example that chafes my tits. Tekken. You used to buy the game, and that was it. Now you buy the game, but there's like 6 or 7, 10 fighters that you will never get access to unless you engage in microtransactions.
That is a problem.
Or unless you bought the
I can agree that's a problem.
Fantabulous Bootylicious edition. But that's because we normalize microtransactions. So what happened? The people that make Tekken sat down and they're like, how can we get a piece of the microtransaction pie? So what I'm saying is, when PlayStation does this, what's the guarantee that Xbox and Nintendo won't do the same thing? There's no guarantee. It's almost guaranteed.
Well, it is guaranteed because Xbox literally just said that they're dropping that digital console for $500.
There you go. And
but why did we wait till now to talk about this though?
About what?
This topic. Because we already went through the Xbox being $500. You ended up saying it was good and you want it.
I didn't say it was good.
You ended up saying you wanted it.
I was pissed when it was first announced. And then I admitted to myself that when this thing comes out, I will probably contribute to the problem. I will probably go out and get it. But I'm not sitting here and saying that it's a good thing. You see? Just like the way I'm saying the PS5 revision is not a value product, but there's a good chance it's going to sell like gangbusters.
Loke be like, Don't smoke cigarettes, kid, as he goes to the store to buy a pack of cigarettes. like, come on, like, what are you doing here?
Jeremy Brown, hold on. I've been trying to read this comment for a minute. Jeremy Brown says, I'm 33 years old. If Big Booty Nikki and Spawn can't convince me to buy bundles, then nothing will. Jeremy Brown and Ham Solo. Again, I'm not even talking to you guys. It's not even about you guys. It's not even about you guys. Why? You guys have never interacted with microtransactions. I've almost never interacted with microtransactions. But they make up the bulk of the monetization in gaming. It's just like when people talk about porn, for example. There's a good example, Ham. We can sit here and be like, no, I don't do it. Yeah, me too. I don't do it. Okay. And then you sit there and you're like, okay, it's one of the most profitable industries on the planet. Period. Not just entertainment, but just industries. And it's like, oh, okay, Ham, do you think that are you serious? Are you serious? Are you going to sit there and pretend like, oh, this is a nothing? It's a nothing industry. It's not a problem. No, bro. The fact that so many people are interacting it, the fact that the industry is making that much money, it's obvious that people are interacting with it. Microtransactions, same thing. You guys can say, oh, not me. But the fact is, seeing the numbers, Diablo Immortal made $1 million every day for a month. Every day, like $1 million on the first, $1 million on the second, $1 million on the third, etc., etc. So again, bringing it back to the consoles, the same thing is going to happen. PlayStation is going to do this. People are going to buy into it. It's going to reinforce not only PlayStation's position, but Nintendo and Xbox's position that we have no discipline. We have no, I don't know, like maybe no control. I don't know, whatever. And that they can do this and continue to do it. So that's why I'm saying, Ham, this will affect you and everyone else. You might not interact with it, but it will affect. Welcome in, Lady Foxfire. Fark, how do you know so much, Log? Do you partake in those questionable sites? I shouldn't have brought that example. I shouldn't have brought up that example. You guys, instead of focusing points, you guys want to take it somewhere else. Oh my God. You know what? Okay, you know what?
The goalpost didn't move, it just got rebranded.
Oh my God. All right. You know what? I'm done talking about this whole PlayStation revision thing. Lady Foxfire says she was super focused on Forza. Yeah, facts.
I was up late playing Forza.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you've been busted, though.
Disney might buy EA for real, Jacob. What? Okay, I'll look at that article after. But right now, let's try and follow like the topics we had planned out for the day. Hamothy, CD Projekt Red devs form union following layoffs. This is from Game Informer. Developers at Cyberpunk 2077 and Witcher 3 developer CD Projekt Red have formed a union. The union was formed in response to the company's 3 rounds of layoffs this year. Ham, let that sink in. 3 rounds of layoffs in 1 year. In the most profitable industry, entertainment industry on the planet. 3 rounds. At CD Projekt Red. This is not some company that's hurting, Ham. These guys just announced 25 million sales of Cyberpunk. 25. Outpacing Witcher 3 by far. As reported by Eurogamer, Polish game dev workers union founders Lev Key and Pavel Mishka say that all necessary documentation has been submitted, but that the union hasn't heard any response from CDPR management, according to the publication. So this is a quote from them. We started talking about unionizing after the 2023 wave of layoffs when 9% of Reds were let go. This event created a tremendous amount of stress and insecurity affecting our mental health and leading to the creation of this union in response. Having a union means having more security, transparency, better protection and a stronger voice in terms of crisis. The above shows how employers tend to view their interests to be in conflict with those of their employees, while employees are the ones creating value in this arrangement. They lack any decision power in company structure related matters. That is why we need to organize to enter those situations on equal footing. We believe that the mass layoffs are a danger to the game dev industry, and we believe that unionizing is a way for us to preserve the industry's potential. Ham, what's your take on this?
I mean, it's just another check in the box. In my opinion, like a lot of these businesses are going this direction, right? And you can only hope that the union that they're forming is going to be something that's fair and that can last the test of time, versus a horrible union that really doesn't do much other than make sure the company is comfortable. So that's really most of what I got to say about it. Hopefully this keeps them from having to lay off and then rehire and lay off, rehire. Maybe they can get some consistency out of it. What do you think?
For me, I'm very happy about this, and it's complete like U-turn. Remember how I reacted to the stories
you hated
of
unions.
unionizing when it started last year. I was like very no, don't do this staunchly, and the more like time goes by and the more we get like info about how employees are getting not just laid off, but the safety net or lack thereof for them when they get laid off was already worrying. But now seeing it not just from like the dregs of the industry, companies that are struggling and falling apart. No, freaking CD Projekt Red, dude. Xbox, PlayStation, Naughty Dog, they're all doing it. It's like, okay, so this is not a money thing. Actually, no, this is a money thing. But it's a money thing in terms of you guys don't just want to make money. You guys want to make all the money in the world. You guys have no problem screwing over human beings for like a 0.5% increase in your profit. That's how like bad it is. And for me, where I'm at right now with this whole thing is I am championing it. I know this is going to end badly eventually, but I'm just saying it's going to end badly. I did more reading up on the histories of unions and unionization. They do create lots of problems, but it's a pendulum situation. And the pendulum is necessary. We do need the pendulum to swing all the way to disaster. We need a situation to where unions are hamstringing corporations. They're making it almost impossible to develop games. They're making it so like corporations have to think 5 times before they even start developing, because then they know, crap, I need to pay Ham sick leave. I need to make sure he has dental. I need to make sure his indemnization is not for him to survive for 3 weeks after we've shipped the game. Now I need to indemnify everyone on the dev team for like a year after the game launches. Why? Because I, as a publisher, not only am I going to make like big profits, but I'm going to be monetizing this game, this product, this work that people did. I'm going to monetize this until the end of time. So we need the pendulum to swing all the way to like games. We're getting one new game a month, and people are talking about a video game crash, and we're clearing out our backlogs. And this, for me, is very heartening news. I'm very happy about it. Vincent Vega says, Reek, I think he meant to say Rake. Reiki and Money drop staff old staff do themselves to work harder, rinse and repeat, profit. Also, another equation that you're missing out there, Vincent Vega, this is proof that we will never run out of indie studios. We need to chill out on all this stuff about Microsoft is going to create a monopoly and we won't have other devs. No. Look at what happens. There's so much churn. Most experienced developers have already left the big corporations and they're already at their own studios and they're starting their own stuff. So
my whole thing is like there just needs to remain accessibility to engines. Yeah, like as long as you can. Yeah, exactly. That's why the Unity thing's a big deal, and you know people are talking about all the things. I mean, if I know a lot of us that are watching the show have a Twitter account, and if you've been paying attention to Twitter around the whole Unreal Engine thing, there's been a lot of smaller indie devs making a lot of noise with Unreal Engine 5. So it's really only a matter of time. And as I've talked to the Don KTR, shout out to him. He's a developer as well. And he just keeps telling me how, you know, things are getting easier to build on. Things are starting to look up, but it'll probably be another 10 years before like something like ray tracing, like, because ray tracing is like the big new thing on the block, right? That's kind of like really making people stumble when it comes to implementing it to their game versus how it's going to run on console and or PC. So he said that we're about 5 to 10 years away from that being something maybe regular. And I'm just thinking, you know, that's dope to hear, because if that's like one of the harder things right now, I'm assuming they're running out of things to just continue to implement, right? I mean, there has to be some sort of wall to where it's just like, all right, I think we have everything that we need to make a good game. We have the ray tracing sound. We have ray tracing, like ray tracing for like shadows and stuff like that. We now have all these other things that are running great on the background that's been fine for the last few generations. So I'm just hoping as time continues to move on that the accessibility to these engines for indie devs continues and we don't see what Unity tried to do resurface.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I know.
Specifically from Unity, I can see that happening.
Oh, okay. He froze. I was like, what is he ain't saying nothing? Yeah, God damn.
Because it's more or less the same topic. Sorry?
All right. So, no, continue.
Yeah, so continue. Let's move on to the second side of this, because essentially it's the same. It's the same topic, but another company, same situation. Oh my Lord. Exactly, Dolonite. Exactly why unionization happening when you say they can demand, but they are demanding better by joining said unions, bro. Okay. Over 100 developers of Just Cause contraband at Avalanche Studios have unionized. Over 100 developers at Avalanche Studios, the studio behind the Just Cause franchise and upcoming Xbox exclusive Contraband, have joined Swedish trade union. Now they're bargaining with Avalanche management over their contracts. IGN confirmed. This is from our dear beloved IGN.
Stop
IGN
saying
confirmed the news today with an Avalanche Studios union rep, as well as a rep of Unionen, which is the name of the union in Sweden. And of roughly 500 employees at Avalanche, over 100 of them are members of the union. Earlier this year, these members formed a club or local union board in order to bargain directly with Avalanche management over specific benefits. Negotiations began last week and are ongoing, and additionally include employees who are members of a different union in Sweden. So union membership in Sweden works somewhat differently from many of the studio unions we've seen in the United States thus far. In Sweden, eligible workers are allowed to join a trade union at any time without a union election at their workplace, and a long history of collective bargaining in the country has resulted in a deep intertwining of unions, companies, and labor laws. Roughly 70% of the country is involved in a union, and it's more common to have a union at one's workplace than not. This, however, marks the first time unions have gone to the bargaining table with Avalanche in its 20-year history. Because of high membership and Sweden's union history and labor laws, trade unions broadly have the power to negotiate general working conditions for workers in their respective sectors countrywide. However, further and more specific negotiations are able to take place at a company level if enough employees become members of the same union and vote for a board to negotiate on their behalf. What's more, local union boards receive a voice in their major company decisions, such as hiring and firing of employees and additions of C-suite members. If you're a game dev, go and work in Sweden. Ham. God damn it. Sorry, my AC is off. Ham. To sign this off, right? How long do you think it'll take for unions to get fair, not like too much like egregious rights or powers, just fair rights in gaming? If you had to guess, how long will it take for employees that make games? These guys are like LeBron Jameses. They're the Carmelo Anthonys. They're the guys that make the wheels spin in gaming. How long will it take for them to have their just desserts in terms of treatment?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, your guess is as good as mine and as good as anybody in the chats, really. But if I were to just kind of throw down a guesstimate, I wouldn't be using like the like time as the logic or the real like what I'm more or less trying to say is I think it'll start to make more sense once all this purchasing slows down. And then I'd say another like generation after that. A generation after purchasing slows down. So once you stop seeing Xbox shopping, once you stop seeing PlayStation shopping, once you stop seeing as much from Tencent or Saudi Arabia, I mean, right now, from what it looks like to me, is gaming is like a strip club, right? And all these different publishers or platform holders show up. And they're like, coming up to the poll today, Ubisoft, and it just starts swinging around real hard and showing that ass, dropping it. This is what I can do. This is how I can benefit you. And then PlayStation's like, I need a private dance to see how this is going.
What?
They take them out back and they're so just like left, yes it is. Yeah you take it out over to the private dance section, see what it is, and you're just like, let me try out EA real quick. Let me see what they about real quick. You bring EA back there, and you're just like, man, they hitting, but they expensive, man. I can't keep doing that. My pockets are getting thin. So I mean, that's how that's how I kind of envision it going, because it seems like all of these devs and like whatnot are trying to make themselves look out to be good so they can either be purchased or something. And then it goes the other way around too, making your ass look kind of trashy right now because maybe you need to disband, or maybe somebody needs to come in there and take and take over or whatnot. I don't think a whole lot of companies are out here looking like ass on purpose, but I can definitely say I was very interested in seeing. I was very interested in how Square Enix let themselves go so long, and then decided, oh, now we're gonna try all over again. We're gonna get rid of this president. We're gonna get this guy, and I mean, it goes with a lot of these damn different companies too. So, like, I mean, look at Epic, right? Look at Epic. Epic just laid off how many people?
I think it was 800, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, they trying to do something different. From what I thought I heard,
bucket loads of money.
And from what I thought I heard, they got rid of their. I mean, don't quote me on this. I'm not sure if this is 100% correct or not, but I thought they got rid of the guy one of the big guys for Fortnite that really helped monetize it.
The content. Yeah, the content creation guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big deal. Getting rid of a guy like that. Fortnite's numbers they're still good, but they're not what they were. You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder what kind of posturing this is. Who are you doing? Who are you in that back of the club with right now, dancing for?
Oh my god! You know what?
What you doing, Epic?
Big Mad Mo says that's funny. Ubisoft sounds like a stripper name. Lady Foxfire, y'all be throwing out some sus ass analogies today. You know what? Yeah. Vincent Vega, I'm going to make my own union with blackjack and hookers. Yeah, sure. Jeremy Brown, it's all a gentleman's club. Pretty much. Yes, Pixel, I agree with this comment. It says, so is contraband never coming? For me, it's not even about the devs. Guys, we've barely seen anything around contraband. We saw that one trailer, I think it was 2021.
It wasn't even a trailer, too. It was just like a still. Seconds. It was like a still with like sparks moving and in that song playing.
There was a Defender.
Take you back.
I saw a Defender there.
Jack, do it again.
Yeah, I saw a Defender in the trailer. That's why I was like, okay, finally I can get a Defender in another game. So I was just excited to see a Defender, and till today nothing. So Pixel, there's a very good chance that maybe not never, but not soon. Ham, you know what? I wanted to delve more into this stripper club analogy, but Lady Foxfire just smashed the brakes on that one. I'ma just chill on this one. So yeah, you know what? It's fantastic. Okay, fine. Ham, if you had to describe, right? Let's pretend. Oh my god, no! You know what? No, let's not do it.
You wimp.
Let's not do it. Let's move on.
Let's do it.
On.
Let's do it.
All right, fine. And why do I always get these ideas like off the top of my head? Damn it. Okay, let's pretend that the publishers, right, are strippers.
Okay.
How are you describing the publishers as strippers? So I'll go first. I'll go first. Square Enix, in my opinion, is that stripper that has like a niche, right? Like she's very good at a specific move on the pole. And she was so good at it, right? That she stopped focusing on the fundamentals. And now that is all she knows how to do. When she tries to do anything else, it's bad. She falls, people laugh. It's not good look. All right, you go next. Oh, sorry. Before you go, Dron TJ says Honda and Jeeps are better than Defenders. You know what, Ham? Just go. I'm not even going to address this slander. I'm not going to address it.
Before I do go, I'm going to ask you guys, please hit the like button, share this out, let everybody know that we're live. I appreciate you guys all for being here. Yeah, this is the type of show that we have. We're all we stay kind of messy around here.
Actually, this is different. Today's different now. Come on.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, today's a little extra messy. We got a little extra zip of hot sauce in there, but yeah. Vincent Vega says EA as a stripper is a drag. Okay, so I gave my analogy of one of the publishers. You can go ahead with yours, and then we can move on from this because I'm uncomfortable right now. Well, I tell you what.
What?
If I'm thinking, do you want me to go in a good or a bad for this?
Okay, I went in with a bad one. So you go with the bad one, and then I'll go with the good one. You go with the good one, and then we'll move on to the next one. Go.
All right.
The bad one.
So Naughty Dog.
Oh my lord.
Are we going with devs or publishers only?
Either one.
So Naughty Dog is that super duper baddie that you've seen before, and all your boys are like, yo, this right here is it.
Mm-hmm. That's a bad.
And you go back and you're like, I've seen this chick before, and this is gonna be fire, right? This is gonna be great.
Oh my god! Oh, I know what you're gonna do. Oh, Lord.
And as soon as you throw up, you put a couple dollars on the stage or whatnot, and she's like, "Hey, it's you again." And I'm like, "Yo, what's cracking?" And she's like, "Private dance," and I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." Takes me in the back. Does the exact same thing she did last time. and I'm not as hyped as I was previously. I go up and ask, "Yo, did y'all talk to this stripper tonight?" "Yeah, we talked to her. What happened?" "Oh, the same old thing as last time." "Oh, she did that to you too?" "Yeah." "You want to try it one more time?" "Nah, dog, I had enough. I'm good." And we leave. That's Naughty Dog as a stripper.
Wow. Heartless, dude. Rachie says Bethesda was the first sweetheart stripper. You tripped the heart of Xbox. Wait, you tripped the heart of Xbox broke, so he bought Betty for himself. Wow. All right. You know what? T-Pain should have taught us something. Don't fall in love with the stripper. Don't do it. Anyways, okay. So now we're going for the positive tip. Which
just
developer?
A tip.
Which positive? CD Projekt Red.
Oh my god.
CD Projekt Red.
All right, what's happening in the club?
Projekt Red.
This is going to be nasty.
Red is like that superstar stripper. Like, she is so like amazing, right? She's not just famous in strip clubs. There's like, she's on music videos. She's sitting with basketball players. She's sitting like in the front row at the Lakers game. All right, that level, like top tier. This is like the Witcher 3 phase, and then she goes away for a bit, and then she announces that I'm making my comeback at Magic City in about 2 weeks. Boom! What happens? Ham. She looks like she just ate a factory full of ham. Like all over the place. That's the what's it? The launch of Cyberpunk. You feel like she might fall from breathing. Not from walking or just from breathing. She might keel over and fall. She, like someone call the meds. Get that heart machine that they rub on the shows and clear. Boom. We need that ready for her. All right. And then after everyone laughs at her, trolls her, and all that other shit, she goes on Instagram and then starts posting workout videos. People are like, yeah, whatever. Then she disappears. And then she has another comeback. And people are like, whatever. I'm not gonna go to the second comeback. And then when she comes back, she's better Ham than when she was great the first time. That's CD Projekt Red. Like, Biden wants to shake her hand. Wars are ending because it's like, yo, CD Projekt Red is about to show up on the pole for like 5 minutes, so everything needs to stop. People are not playing football. It's like a sacred moment when CD Projekt rolls up. So that's my example. Before you get into yours, on a read on the comments on the comments. Jeremy Brown says Bungie Nikwa. Oh my god. Bungie Nikwa is the baddest baddie on the block. Everybody falls for Bungie and she leaves them. Oh my lord. Bungie Nikwa. I'm saving that one. Vincent Vega says Rockstar is the stripper that will offer a blowy, but you will not get another one for the next decade. Ham, go ahead.
All right, the last one I'm going to go with is another. The last one I'm going to go with is another developer, and this one happens to be from Sony as well.
Oh, okay. You know what? You have something good to say. That's good.
Yeah, and it's something good. So,
what you got?
So, climbing up the pole this evening for us, Insomniac.
Hey, holding up the house.
And it's like
themselves.
They start the show climbing up the pole, right?
Okay.
Get to the top of the pole. Might I add, this is like a 30-yard pole. So they passing up, lengths of the pole that other, devs couldn't pass. So see you later, Santa Monica. See you later. What was it like? Is it Deviation, Bend, whatever? Just keep climbing that pole. Past Blue Box, and then all of a sudden,
Polyphony as well.
All of a sudden, Insomniac does the splits, starts doing that like Skywalker leg, and then all of a sudden, you see her hands release, and she just starts dropping very fast. Right into a split. Right on the goddamn floor. And then you're just like, yes. And all that. And them cakes caught it. And as soon as they hit the floor, you just see the left cheek, right cheek, like just pop it. Left and right. And you're just like, yo, and like you taking the money, you just like, take my shit. I'm going broke tonight. I'm going broke tonight. It's gonna be a problem. And the thing is I know I can give them this money because when I come back, they're gonna provide me a whole different show, and it's gonna be just as spectacular. That's Insomnia.
Jeremy Brown says the minute Insomnia realizes their true value, watch them act up. Dude, come on. Pixelbit is like, what is going on? Lady Foxfire, no, you good, you're good. We're about to move. Ham, Vincent Vega says it's low down. literally, this show is called The Lowdown. So, yeah. Hey, Reggie, put your tongue in your mouth. Put your tongue back in your mouth. This guy. Y'all some tricks. Lord in heaven. Okay. That was fun. That was
now
let us move on.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Why is my AC not working? Oh, anyways, it was working just fine.
Hey, it's probably working just fine. You just hot right now. You hot. You hot.
Thinking of Insomnia.
You heard what I said, and you envisioned it. You were at Magic City in that moment. Like, you were there.
I don't know what's Ham. I live in Mozambique. I don't even know what Magic City is. Okay, I don't even know.
I mean, bro, I don't know what happened, but I could see your tie's a little looser than it was like 2 minutes ago. The sweat is profuse.
I'm good. It's the AC. It's not powering. Jeremy brought a story for us. He says, "Yo, I know this dude that used to go to the strip club with his homies. Dude wifed the stripper who they used to slide dollar bills. Oh my Lord.
Let's go." He's living. Can't be mad at that man. He lived.
Well, I'm disappointed.
He brought the show home. He said, "I ain't going out to the movies. This is Netflix and chill. We sitting at home. We doing it right."
Yeah. Lady Foxfire says, "Ham out here writing fanfic for Sony. Y'all wild." Today, for some reason, it's a thirstier show than usual. I don't know what that's about. Rachie says, "Who was disappointed with the dances in Starfield?" Rachie, I need you to stop, right? I need you to stop right now. I need you to just play the game. Stop the dances, bro. I need to explore some planets, shoot some aliens, do something else, bro. Just leave the dances alone. Where were we? Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Dude, I'm trying to get out the strip club. That's what I'm trying to do. Vincent Vega says we need to use AI on those images. Okay. Sapo, welcome in, Sapo. Sapo says strippers are people to no one said they're not people. All right, no one said that. Anyways, moving on. Activision Blizzard says it expects to start adding its games to Game Pass in 2024. This is from VGC. While Microsoft has said it plans to offer as many Activision games as we can with Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, both new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalog, this won't happen straight away. Activision Blizzard addressed the timeline for bringing its titles to Game Pass in a statement released on Monday. Is the statement. As we continue to work toward regulatory approval of the Microsoft deal, we've been getting some questions whether our upcoming and recently launched games will be available via Game Pass. While we do not have games to put we don't have plans to put Modern Warfare 3 or Diablo 4 into Game Pass this year. Once the deal closes, we expect to start working with Xbox to bring our titles to more players around the world. And we anticipate that we would begin adding games into Game Pass sometime in the course of next year. Hamothy, your reaction?
My reaction to it is I love that people like seen this tweet on Twitter and like we're like, haha, silly Xbots. You thought you were getting Call of Duty this year. And I'm just like, how is this an L? There's no way that this is this is an L at all, in my opinion. I'm fine to I'm fine to wait for a bunch of these Activision Blizzard games to come through. One thing I'm probably not going to wait for is the new Modern Warfare, just because it's hitting the nostalgia feels really hard with the classic multiplayer maps. But there's a few Call of Duties I don't have currently. There's definitely a lot of other Activision games that I don't have yet. And plus, a lot of people don't even believe what they said in their tweet because they're still talking as a separate business. They're not talking as if they are in with Microsoft already. So, I mean, and if you listen to Bobby Kotick when he was in court for this whole thing, he repeatedly said, I have no plans on putting Call of Duty in the Game Pass over and over and over. They have no plans on doing it. They don't. But who does?
Yeah.
The owners of Activision Blizzard once they come over to Microsoft. Those are the people to talk to. Talking to Bobby, asking Activision, hey, is your games coming to Game Pass? They can shrug their shoulders in honesty. It has nothing to do with, it's not their decision to make. It's Microsoft's. So we'll see after the deal goes through if something happens immediately or if I have to wait until next year. But I tell you what, it's October already.
Yeah.
It'd be different if this article came out in February and the deal closed in March. You know what I mean? Then it's just like, oh shit, I got 9 months until I'm expecting the game. No, it's not even that. It's 2 months until we start to, or until expectations are starting to get pretty high for Activision Blizzard games. So, I mean, I 100% think that this is a dope thing to hear. Because even though that, hey, Microsoft is buying said publisher, you still, wonder, or at least the more casual fan would still be like, well, are they going to add this? Are they going to add that? They pretty much answered that question. They're adding a ton of shit.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say everything is going to Game Pass.
Everything.
And when I say everything, right, I'm not even talking about Call of Duty and the previous Diablos.
Spyro.
Mobile.
Ooh, didn't even think about that.
Games, Forget AAA. I'm talking
crushing that candy.
Candy Crush. Yes. They're going to find a way to bundle the subscription to Game Pass to, I don't know, maybe not infinite lives on Candy Crush, but some sort of plus,
right,
that is significant in the game or in those types of games, to where
like more redos or something like that.
Yes, I'm already invested in a specific game, because people play Candy Crush and the likes the same way people play Fortnite, right? And all Microsoft's going to do is going to be like, we need to bundle in your ads in Candy Crush to drive people to Game Pass. To be like, you right? You already spend $10 a day on Candy Crush. Why not spend $15 a month on Game Pass? And you get this huge Paso bonus for Candy Crush. And then boom, you've got another, I don't know, 600 million new users for Game Pass. Just like that.
Or
It
what
just
you were
makes
talking about,
sense.
instead of it costing $10, now it's $4 or $5. It's half the price of what it costed before to do the same thing you were doing before.
Game Pass Mobile. Game Pass Mobile. Boom. That's what I'm focused on.
There's that. All that stuff. There's that to think about. There's the PC as well to think about. World of Warcraft. You know, I mean, obviously Diablo over there. Oh yeah, people are definitely still. I mean, it's not. I mean, paying. Oh well, I'm sure some people are still paying for
monthly subscription.
What,
for real?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Go ahead, finish your thought while I Google this.
No, I was just saying. Oh my goodness, Mike Johnson in the chat said next week the CMA is going to shock the whole world.
That would be fun.
That would be interesting. And oh my goodness, like I think it'd be it'd be disheartening at the same time funny, because then a lot of people are like, oh, here we go, another year of this, and it just keeps going and going.
That's what we're talking about, essentially.
That would be awful. That would be awful. But it'd be funny too.
End.
It'd be funny for like a day.
Can you imagine people's reactions?
Oh, it'd be a lot of frustration.
Subscription is still live. People are still paying for the subscription for World of Warcraft. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Jeremy Brown says Sekiro don't count. Yeah, I think Sekiro has something to do with like From Software. It's not.
It is, yeah.
Activision, yeah. For me, right? Besides the,
I think Tenchu's in the same. I think Tenchu's there too with that same situation.
No. Okay, okay. That's disheartening, Ham. I was in such a good mood. Anyways,
happy to ruin it.
Anyways, damn it, what was my thought? Okay, I'm excited for Call of Duty. Someone here put up a hypothetical about putting. Okay, Raichi says when ABK is done, Xbox should do a 80% sale of all COD games. I would buy all of them. I know I bought, I think it was Modern Warfare 2 or 3, like the old one, when they were on a super sale a month, 2 months ago. Remember him? Like all the COD games were like really low. It wasn't 80%, but it was.
I think it was back in like August or July.
Yeah. If they did a bundle for like all of them, I think I would get them. And I think that's the correct price point for me personally, because I don't see any value, like zero value. Even if someone offered me Modern Warfare 3 that's coming out soon, I see zero value in the multiplayer. I will play through the campaign. If the campaign's good, I'll play through it like maybe 3 times. I'll try and finish it on the hardest difficulty, but that'll be it. I will not engage in the multiplayer. I see zero value in there. So when I see Call of Duty going for like $70 or even $60, for me, that's not worth it, because the campaign is 10 hours at like max. Most people can finish the campaign in 6 hours, 7 hours. For me, that's not quality. It's not enough for me to justify $60, $50, $40 even. $30 is where I'll draw the line for Call of Duty games. Ironically, almost all of them are above $30. So whatever. I'm definitely psyched for putting all these games on. I think people are going to be doing a lot of copium in the social medias. People are going to be coping a lot.
Oh yeah.
Once these games dropping, once they start dropping on on Game Pass. Talking about
I mean, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check on Mike Johnson here in the chat. I might have to throw him a DM and just be like, "Yo, bro, you good still?"
Hey, Mike Johnson, do you follow me on Twitter? If you do, please shoot me a DM. If you don't, please, I would appreciate a follow. I'll follow back. I like having as many
I
PlayStation
think
people.
I
Well,
think you guys should really stay close to each other, support each other in these tough times.
bite me, Ham. Bite me. I just want to be in touch with as many PlayStation people as possible, right? Okay, Mishi Miyagi says Mike Johnson on drugs. Oh Lord. Okay, Mike, I need you to stop. He says Ryan retired because Phil Spencer was no competition. No, Ryan. No one is buying that. No one is buying that. Anyways.
Yeah, no one's buying that, bruh.
back to my point. I think a lot of people are going to be doing a lot of coping when the games start dropping. You're gonna hear a lot of talk about Call of Duty is mid anyway. Spyro was never that good. Like we don't care about most of these Activision games. It's going to be embarrassing to watch. Me and you are probably gonna have to like clip a couple of these tweets and then unboast it, and we're just gonna sit there and have a laugh with Cozy and Matt. You can set the clock to it. It's going to happen. Fark says maybe they could even hold hands. I don't think Mike lives in Mozambique, but if he did, I wouldn't mind hanging out. It's not a problem. Anyways, moving on. Remedy opens up about challenges developing Alan Wake 2 for the Series S, also known as the Series Potato. Earlier this month, developer Remedy confirmed the Xbox Series S version of the hotly anticipated Alan Wake 2 lacks the 60 frames per second performance mode that the Series X, and PS5 versions launch with in October. So the tweet reads from Thomas Puha. It reads, I am glad to say that Alan Wake 2 will have a performance mode on PS5 and Series X. The game has been built from beginning as a 30 FPS experience focusing on visuals and ambience, but somehow we managed to include a solid performance mode. We'll talk details later. So more quotes, right? The Series S, the CPU is pretty much the same as the Series X, but the GPU is an issue. It really is. And then having less memory is a pretty big problem, and we often get, okay, you make PC games, surely you know how to scale. Okay, so he's putting in a quote inside a quote. This is something he's going to talk about. Yeah. Continuing his quote, well, memory is not a problem on PC. It really isn't. And that's one of the struggles when you talk about resolution and frame rate. It's just not enough to drop the resolution heavily. That's what we're doing on the Series S, and we're really, really working hard to make sure the visual quality still holds up. People accept that on a weaker PC, the visuals are not going to be as good and your frame rate's not going to be as good. There's a massive difference on Series S and X GPU. And sure, people can mention this game did this so well and all that. And every game is different and every developer is different, but you can't have the best of both worlds. You gotta choose where you're gonna focus. The Series S is $250 and X and PS5 are $500 to $600 respectively. Obviously, there's a massive difference between how you're getting, right? It's a lot easier to scale on the PC because of memory, and not like there's one super PC and one weak PC. There are like 300 PC configurations in between, and trust me, that's a massive struggle. But we've shipped a lot of PC games, so we're a bit better about that. Ham? Reactions.
It sounds like Controlled 2.0.
Control. As it
Control
the game?
Yeah, Control the video game 2.0.
Okay.
because they said the same. They said the same type of stuff about that game and the Series S and whatnot. Their problems with it, developing for it. Like, it just is what it is. It's the last thing that they develop for, probably. Seeing that they're gonna definitely get more money out of the Series X and the PS5 version, or they anticipate. So, and it's probably easier to work on because it's not as limited. As Matt Likes Games said in the chat, less memory is the key thing there. It's more work for them, so it's understandable that they don't like it, but it kind of is what it is. And exactly, I mean, we're 3+ years in now, right? You already had your moment of clarity with Control and other, and you've been making games for a while now, so it's just like, I just think that developers honestly look at the Series X or the Series S and they just kind of shrug their shoulders until the last second, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to put out a statement for it because we dragged our feet on it."
Like they'd rather not work on it.
They'd rather just put the game out and they'll figure the other shit out later. That's what it seems like, because this is a consistent thing that's happened with plenty of Series S games. So, I mean, obviously, Baldur's Gate was a big deal recently. Dying Light 2 had the whole 30 FPS.
Ham, you brought up a point about, maybe they figured they'd make more money with the Series X, but the Series S is not slightly, it is ahead of the Series X. It's not by a huge margin, but in terms of install base, it is clearly ahead of the X. So even that's not even an excuse for them, because you technically would make more money with the Series S than the X.
Like I said, I just feel like it is just probably easier to develop for. So that's the route that they went.
The memory thing.
Yeah, the memory thing. The route with less potholes and issues they have to deal with. They could smoothly put this on there, and then like I said, I just feel like the Series S is just an afterthought to a lot of people. The only one that thinks about Series S versus Xbox, and that's why you sometimes see Xbox first party games run better on the Series S than they do on the Series X or on PC.
And then you sit there and you're like, wait, so the Series S is a beast. So why can't this other stuff run? And when I read this, I'm reading it now, I'm coming to the realization that, okay, so this whole memory thing is the issue, because I had the same question. Like, okay, how come these guys can scale for PC? But now the math is mathing that, okay, there's something called memory. And with PC, because memory is not an issue, the scaling is easy. The Series S, they have a specific memory that they have to deal with. It's not an open-ended question like what PC offers. So that's why it's frustrating. Mark says every dev that's complained about the Series S who have released games on it miraculously gets great performance out of the machine, and the devs just don't want to put in the work to optimize. Pixel says, imagine the type of dev that decides I'm going to shitpost on the Series S as opposed to optimizing my game. Damn. Sapo, come on, Sapo, that's a low blow. What is IGN supposed to say? Sapo says, and it's an IGN article, any slight against Xbox pays the bills for them. Okay, what's IGN supposed to do? Be like, we're not going to, no, IGN's like, okay, there's this information, this exclusive interview, right? Potential exclusive interview we just had with a developer for a AAA game that's coming up and the game is trending. we're not going to report on it because it's crapping on one of Xbox's consoles. For real? For real? Is that the expectation, Ham? I can't ask Sapo that, but I'm asking you, is that the expectation?
I'm sorry, what? I kind of blacked out right there.
Sapo is pointing out, right?
Yes.
That of course this is IGN reporting it.
Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
I'm
right.
saying, what's the expectation? Is the expectation for IGN to have this interview, to have this this potential interview with a dev for a game that is trending, a AAA game that's about to come? Oh God, Ham, man, buzz off, man. My question to you is: they have content, right in front of them. Is the expectation for them to be, this is bad news for Xbox, or this is bad news regarding Xbox? Let's not let's not report on it. Is that what IGN is expected to do?
Well, I mean, it's hard to disagree with Matt.
Stop it. This is not a troll show.
No. Of course, they're supposed to report on this type of stuff. I mean, it keeps you informed on what's still an issue or what's still seemingly to be an issue, an equation that's yet to be completely solved. So, I mean, I personally don't have any problem with this article. I also don't see this as the biggest deal either, because as we've said multiple times on this podcast and many others, you buy a lower performing console, why are you expecting it to run as the same as the more expensive console? If they go to put in a patch later for it, and hey, now it's keeping up in the same race as Jimmy and Johnny, that's great. But it wasn't intended to come out and be able to do that one-to-one comparison with all these other things.
Yes.
It is a lesser price with lesser performance. Stop expecting the same. It just is what it is.
Yes. There's a reason why there's different price points. Sapo says they're not reporting on all the issues going on with PlayStation.
That's
That's a fair point.
That was scrumptious, Sapo. I appreciate that.
Let's keep it moving. On a positive note, Hamothy, is Halo Infinite back? I am not a Halo. I'm not even like a multiplayer kind of guy. That's not my thing. It's not my vibe. But I seen some videos. I've seen people that I trust in the community, guys like Uso Vinny, the Ackman, etc., talking about, yo, Halo looks like it's not just okay. It's like you said, Ham, to coin your phrase, scrumptious. It's looking delicious. They're adding bots, arena maps, flood-themed customization, 20-tier battle pass, multi-core helmets, Forge AI toolkits, match XP and custom games, etc., etc., etc. Is Halo Infinite back, Hamothy?
Here, I'm gonna say this: it's never left.
Oh.
Here, and this is what I got to tell you, Lo.
Yes.
Use the same analogy that you use for the stripper about Cyberpunk, and just slap it on the 343.
Oh, yes.
Came out. The buzz was great, and then it just dropped, right? And then and then it just dropped. It wasn't so hot anymore. And then as time progressed and people were trying to say, yo, it ain't dead. It's just kind of faint. That heartbeat's a little faint right now, but it ain't dead. As time continued, the last season that came out, people were tripping and saying Halo's back. This season come out and it's the same, but even more grand than before. And it's, I'm telling you, Firefight coming back, big deal at some point during this season. The new the new arena maps, thank you. Halo definitely is, I mean, we love seeing new maps as a multiplayer player. So yeah, we love that. Extraction, new game mode, loving it. Absolutely loving it. Like, and then within Forge, they're adding like AI to be able to be in there.
Toolkits.
Bro, I think this is going to be hot. And this just pushes to the longevity of Halo. A lot of people want to dog on Halo, especially from the PlayStation side. I'm like, y'all don't have one game like Halo. Y'all don't have one game like Halo that is, even on its downtime, you don't have a game like Halo. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to Steam, go to whatever site that you want to see concurrent numbers, and you tell me what game from PlayStation is outdoing Halo on a bad month. What first-party PlayStation game is outdoing Halo on a bad month?
Jeremy Brown in the chat says, I'm so happy
I see what you
for
did.
Halo right now. Trying to get my bros to join me. Fark Q says, Halo's dead, but it's always in the most played section on Xbox. That is a fact. Halo and Forza Horizon 5. I keep saying people talking about, oh, no one cares, no one's playing. Every time you go to the most played, they're in the top 5, top 10.
Don't you dare, Jacob Novak. He said correction. They had Killzone. That
what in 2005?
Is depleted. That is depleted. It is. I mean, Japan had Hiroshima. Come on. I'm just saying it is gone. It is gone.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is. I mean, let's not talk about what was. Let's talk about what is.
That's a good analogy. It's not just gone in terms of time. People have built stuff on top of it and moved on with their lives. Damn. That's a very good analogy. Mishimiyagi says Halo just took a Viagra pill in season 5.
Oh no, yeah, they took that blue chew and they got the chewing, man. They got the chewing.
Is it just me, Ham, or today the chat, we and the chat as well? Little thirsty today. Little thirsty. Mike Johnson, the only way Halo will be saved is if they released it on PlayStation. You know what? Now I know. Mike Johnson is trolling. Mike, don't follow me on Twitter. This guy is trolling. He's trolling. I thought he was like a genuine PlayStation fan. He's not. He's just making funnies, essentially. Jeremy Brown says only Gran Turismo 7, and that's a dying game. Gran Turismo 7 numbers are at its lowest, and nobody's talking about it. Ooh, Big Mad Mo with a hot take. I give it 3 to 4 more seasons, and they're gonna hit us with some campaign shit. That's gonna be fire. Ham?
Yo, that'd be hot.
If that happens, I'm reinstalling Halo.
Facts.
Because again,
I mean, I already got it installed.
It's cool, but everyone knows I'm all about the story. So if they do that again, Jeremy Brown, I don't need to answer the question, bro. There's no Oh, you want me to say it? You want me to verbalize it? There's no first party game on PlayStation that does the numbers that Halo and Forza consistently do or have consistently done since their launch, even their bad months. Are you satisfied, Jeremy?
Look, clear your throat. It sounds like something's in it.
What?
Clear your throat. It sounds like something is in it.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. So I was saying, Jeremy, just so it's clear, there's no first party game on PlayStation that does the numbers that Halo or Forza have done since their launch, even in their bad months. Are you satisfied, Jeremy? Game downside says very true. LOL. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, that's what you meant when you said something's in my throat, Sam. Buzz off. Buzz right off. Matt Likes Game says it's that 19 inches of venom. I'm not even gonna play that thing when it comes out because I'm gonna be waiting for Metal Gear. This guy. Anyways, Ham, you see why this is wild to me. Ham, you see why this is wild for me. I say what I just said, right? Mishi, Fark, Evans is calling me a pony. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Are you insane? Anyways, let's move on. Okay, so Ham, we agree Halo's back, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Me personally, I'm not gonna jump in. I'm very excited for everyone that's going to play it or that's already playing, because I keep seeing a lot of people talking about they're having fun with it and they're looking forward to what's coming. So I'm excited for those people. The same way I'm excited for you, Ham, because you're gonna be playing Spider-Man 2 at launch. I'm excited for you, bro. But that doesn't mean I'm going to partake, you know. Next. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT was used to write Gollum game apology, it's claimed. This is from VGC. In the interviews with German gaming outlet Game2, several former Daedalic staff members have spoken for the first time about what went wrong with the critically panned licensed game. Following the release of Gollum, Daedalic apologized for delivering what it called an underwhelming experience with the final game. The company said, "We deeply regret that the game did not meet expectations and pledge to improve it with future updates." Cap. It's now claimed that the apology was written with the AI software ChatGPT, according to two sources speaking to Game2. It's also claimed that developer Daedalic had no knowledge of the apology or its content prior to publishing, and that it was handled entirely by publisher Nacon. At the time of publishing, Gollum is the lowest rated game of the year on both major aggregation sites Metacritic and OpenCritic, with The Guardian labeling it a derivative, uninteresting, and fundamentally broken stealth action adventure that fails to capture anything interesting about Tolkien's fiction. Ham. Let's be honest. Did you even read the apology? Let's be honest. Did you read the apology by Daedalic?
I don't want to see anything about this game. I'm so uninterested. But I tell you what, a buddy of mine, Vinny, which you know him, said in our chat. Too. Yeah, exactly. He said in our chat.
Uso.
Okay, have him.
Go.
But but he said in our chat group that we have, Matt actually brought this up the other day, that Vinny was looking at it and he said, this reads like AI wrote it. And then come to find out, chat like GPT. From the jump. Yeah, damn. Tragic. I mean, so not only are they not so great at making a Lord of the Rings Gollum, which nobody really asked for. But they're also really suspect when it comes to formulating an apology letter. So it's just like, I don't know,
Damn.
man. I don't know what you guys can do, but y'all need to let go of this game and just try to, just forget about it and move on. Announce something that people want to see. And just try to get people to forget about this as soon as possible. Because
I don't know.
it's pretty interesting that they seen or that they were eager and somehow beat Redfall to the punch on being terrible. And Redfall is
they're worse than Redfall, dude.
And Redfall was completely broken. Like the game, like it's not that the game was just kind of meh for Redfall.
Yeah.
Like there were some fun moments, but it was a lot of meh with it. But the game was literally broken. Like there were pieces of the game that just didn't work at all. Gollum came out and somehow, as a new IP, or actually not a new, as a loved IP, came out and somehow shit the bed even worse. Somehow is worse than Crossfire X in score. That's something. Like let's stop talking about Redfall. Crossfire X, the game that had like one map.
Yep.
They did updates
right now?
They did updates and added like grenades. It's a shooter. Like bro, like how are you worse than a game that got shut down in like a year? How are you worse than that?
Yeah, it did get shut down, correct?
Yeah, it got shut down, yeah.
Yeah. You can't buy it, you can't play it. It just is what it is. Oh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I got like 3 minutes until I gotta go pick up my damn daughter.
Damn it. All right. Well,
if you're fine,
right?
if
she's not jammed.
If you're fine, we can continue this
on audio.
But I just won't be on camera. Correct.
All right. Let's do that. Oh, how many more do we have? Yeah, we're almost at the end. It's cool. Let's carry on. Jacob Novak, I just thought of something. Forza Horizon 6 is 2024 if it's the same time span between 5 and 6. Ham, I think it's too soon for another Horizon game. What do you think?
For another Horizon?
Yes, I think it's too soon.
Yeah, it's way too soon. Like, are you talking about for the next like piece to the story, or are you talking about for like a remake?
No, Forza Horizon. Forza.
Oh man, you saying Horizon, you got me thinking PlayStation.
I said
and
Forza Horizon.
I'm sorry.
Bro, if they don't make another Horizon game until the next gen, it's cool.
I heard Horizon, I was like, huh? No, okay. No, I don't think it's too. I don't think it's too soon for that game. No. I just don't know if they can put us in a different city, or a different country or whatnot. I don't see why not. My whole thing is like, why come out with a whole new game when you could just like? I feel like they should go into making that game like an update kind of thing, instead of
unless you're going to upgrade, Ham. Unless you're going to do something crazy with the visuals, right?
Right.
Then there's no need for a whole nother game. The same way The same way we talk about like FIFA, the same way we talk about Madden and all these other games. It's like, dude, if you're not going to make a big jump, and you already have an entire, like a gigantic amount of people already playing right now, it's cool. Just give us a meaty update. People will interact with it. Cool. But a whole Forza Horizon, no, I think it's too soon. Ooh, Jacob has another good idea. Ham, when we reach 1,000 subs, you have to do a full Gollum playthrough.
That's disgusting.
That doesn't sound like a celebration, Jacob. I'm just saying that does not sound like a celebration.
No, that's hardly.
Yeah, moving on. PlayStation exclusive Modern Warfare 3 content has been revealed. PS4 and PS5 players who pre-order Modern Warfare 3 through the PlayStation Store will receive the Lockpick Operator Pack when the game's released on November 10th, 2023. With light fingers but a hard fist, Elodie Michaud is a cunning art thief with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare, according to Activision. Sony and Activision have a long-standing Call of Duty marketing deal, which in recent years has seen PlayStation owners receive a range of exclusive content, including in-game bundles, exclusive game modes, and early access to public tests. Ham,
I'm about to do it.
You're about to do what?
A public test real quick. Let's see. Does that work? No, that doesn't work. So I can't leave. Lo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I can't leave and do this from my phone. I'll have to shut down the stream here in just a couple seconds. So let's go on ahead and finish this topic and get up out of here.
All right. What are your feelings about Modern Warfare's perks that they're getting for PlayStation 3? Do you think this is meager compared to previous years, and do you think this is because of the Activision acquisition?
You said the PS3.
Sorry, PS5. My bad.
So you're talking about are you talking about the core TV or movie thing?
No, PS4 and PS5 players who pre-order Modern Warfare 3 through the PlayStation Store will receive a lockpick operator.
Yeah,
so the question is
that's funny.
Is this so the question is it like a meager return for pre-orders compared to like previous years? It seems like it's a meager return. Do you think it's just because Activision had this already planned, or this is because of the Activision acquisition?
No, to me that's something that was already planned. I just find it interesting that they're is this exclusive only for the PlayStation 5?
Yes.
I find that interesting because they brought that up in court about Microsoft. What if Microsoft makes a Santa or a Christmas character DLC? That's me pretending to be Loke in court. But
oh my
what if they do that? Like, isn't it gonna be some sort of like not fair kind of thing
like that.
for
if I'm not Texan
for the PlayStation? It's not fair.
I have a weird draw. You're giving me a weird draw. If I'm not Texan, it's a weird draw that I've got mental deficiencies or something. Why do you do this to me? And to that, my response is every thief thinks the next guy is stealing. That's all I have to say. We have come to the end of the lowdown. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. We thank you for your support. We thank you for being thirsty with me and Matt, with me and Ham today. Really appreciate you. We're looking forward to seeing you on Thursday for Behind Them Sticks, Friday for Bull Sitting, and tomorrow Ham's going to be on Matt Likes Games channel. Head over there. Ham, take us out.
Yep. Thanks everybody for showing up. Sorry to kind of end the stream like this, but family's first. So I got to go take care of that. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I got a female that I'm doing a interview with this Thursday. Her name is Synthetic. Really dope person within the community. She's a streamer and whatnot. So make sure you come through on Thursday. Check that out. And like Loke says, you'll see us on Bull Sitting this Friday. Thanks a lot for that $2 Canadian from Ray Chi just now. Appreciate it, brother. Shout out to, everybody in the chat. John TJ, thank you so much for those super chats earlier and whatnot. But I got to get up out of here. Look, guys, to get to bed. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Hopefully I talk to you guys.
Tomorrow I'm voting. I'm voting tomorrow. It's local elections.
Have fun with that, bud. I don't think anybody cares. But anyways, have a wonderful rest of the day, y'all. Peace.